Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am the one and only Kentucky Yankee. So this is part 8 of the boosted Ford Ranger build. Why on earth would I be starting from scratch again for the third time with this donor vehicle right here?
Esta cochita tan flaquita, este pedacito de tela.
Let's just start this video off by me showing you this Ranger first, guys. This is a 2001 Ford Ranger 5-speed 2.3 Duratec. And that should mean something to you guys by now. 2.3 Duratec. Let me pop the hood on this rail. Looky there. And she's a tight fit, but it's in there. She's all in there. Look at there. Complete with air conditioning still hooked up. You know, everything except the battery's missing. Okay, seat's missing. And there is, right there, a pressure plate. And I think what happened was they had trouble with the clutch or transmission. I think maybe transmission. And that's why they kind of junked her out. But he said the engine runs. There is the tranny. And it's very similar to the one that we got, but it's a 5-speed, and the stick shift part is much closer to the bell housing than ours. There's a drive shaft. See there? Some junk in the back of it. It's even got a nice bumper. Now let me crawl under there and show you guys a few things. And the main reason for me crawling under this thing is to show you this right here. That's the oil pan. Right now it's against the cross member. And the reason for that is because the transmission is out, obviously, but it's still a very tight fit. Our oil pan is actually even longer than that. What they do is they have a counterbalance shaft in our engine. This one doesn't, and we could have took the counterbalance shaft out of our engine and used this oil pan, but either way, it's still a really tight fit under here, guys, so I think we made a good decision by going with this Ranger frame. Anything else trying to fit this thing under would have been, you know, difficult because it's so tight. Here's just a view of the flywheel and stuff. I don't know. Thought you guys might like to see it. Muddy, but not rusty. Not rusty at all, which is awesome. Be nice to have this thing on a lift and show it to you guys, but I'm not going to do that today. But rack and pinion steering, coil springs with a shock up through the middle. It's still a good, this is still a very good suspension for our project. And this is a picture of me back in '09 showing a deer I shot and killed sporting a handlebar mustache, which was pretty cool. So how did we get from this first attempt right here to this great effort over here using the Chevrolet frame and going through all that trouble and rigmarole to finally this going to be our third and hopefully final attempt to get our boosted Ford Ranger on the road. Okay guys, and here it is. The first attempt using that frame I think was a wise thing to do, and if we could have pulled it off, I think it would have been great, you know, but it didn't work out, and you guys know that from watching my previous videos. The second attempt, getting this S10 Blazer frame, you know, the body fits on there, and everything's really pretty good on it, and pretty good with it, except for the frame shows up too much underneath it. So why didn't I choose this Ford Ranger from the very beginning? And some of you are going to believe this, and some of you aren't. And I would say the majority of you won't believe it. But I actually knew about the Ford Ranger and the Duratec fitting in it. And I think they made them from like 2001 to 2010. Some things I didn't know. I did know they used that Duratec, which is a 2.3, but it's basically the same as the 2.5 and should just bolt in there. So that gives us engine mounts and just a whole lot of stuff that's just gonna fit in there. When I first started this project and was gathering parts up, I actually even talked to a guy that had like I think it was a 2008 5-speed 4-cylinder, and I was gonna buy it from him and use it for this project. So I don't know how I got so distracted. I think just because I've been buying stuff for like scrap price, and I think, I'll just buy the scrap junk and try and throw it together. But now I'm wanting to get a little bit more serious. let me show you something I forgot. The two frames are almost identical, guys. And what I read on some like Ranger forums and stuff is that the cabs will actually swap right over on the two Rangers from like 83 or 4, whenever they started making them, till 2010. The cabs will actually swap and fit. And I did some measurement, and I believe they're close. I don't know if it'll be a perfect swap, but they're pretty darn close. Let me show you these frames real quick, guys. Obviously, this is the old frame, but look at the shape of the frame. See how it up here curves down and then curves back up. Now let's look at the new frame we got and see it kind of up, curves down. You see in that same spot, it curves down and goes back up. Here's an old one behind me. Let's see if I can show you what I'm talking about. I want to give you guys a good comparison. See there, it's down, basically goes up. And I know it's not the best video and lighting. One of the differences is the wheelbase. The wheelbase is different on them, like by a few inches. And so I don't know what the deal is with that or how we're going to change it. And I just wondered even if the long bed on the old one may be the same wheelbase. I think. I'm not sure. I hadn't checked into that, but I want a short bed, so even if we have to cut the frame, I'll end up doing that. Now I have a totally new and different plan. What I'm going to do is take all this stuff out of this newer truck and transport it over to our old one. The frame, the air conditioning, just everything, guys. The computer, the engine computer. Remember, I was going to use a standalone. In this case, I won't have to. I'll be able to get this old engine computer tuned to match our engine, whatever we do with it. But the first few phases, before I even get to the turbo, is just going to be getting all the stuff moved over to this other truck, get it running down the road. That's how we're going to start. I need air conditioning. I'd love to have even the power windows and locks out of that truck, and I think it's very possible. It also has a key fob. We'll hook all that crap up. So there's your update on the boosted Ford Ranger build. I'm not getting rid of any of the old videos. I'm not gonna show, just all the glorified parts of this build. So far, it's been a struggle, and it's really sucked, to be honest with you. I don't know how people on YouTube just throw this stuff together and then rip it down the road, burning tires. I don't understand it, but I'm going to keep going. I'm persistent. I'm going to stay with it. I think that's the main thing about this. If you're one of these people that like to be in the know, I did post that truck on my Instagram a few days ago. Also, the trailer video that I'm working on right now, the accessory that I purchased here recently, is on my Instagram page. So check that out. I'll leave a link in the description for that. It's going to be a little while before I get back to the Ford Ranger build because I want to finish up my trailer videos. I'm having fun with that, and I want to get that trailer all lined out in good shape. I also have one tractor video I'm wanting to do on my little subcompact tractor. I'm wanting to soup it up a little bit, so I'll probably throw that one out there, and then we'll get back to the truck. Guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. We'll see you next time.